Hello and welcome to Popalong RC, the RC car channel dedicated to all things RC car racing. Now, if you're a regular to the channel, you will know that we love to get out to our local clubs. So if you're interested in where we have been before, check out our website, because on the website we have got a log of all the clubs that we've been to over the years. So what is today's video about? Well, this channel was started during the COVID years, and we were playing with the FTX Vantage, which was a very affordable RC car for people on a budget. So over the years here at Popalong RC, we have raced all manners of RC cars, from your budget cars such as the FTX Vantage and FTX Banzai, all the way through to some of the most expensive nitro cars on the market. More recently, we have been exploring the world of two-wheel drive buggies, and over here I have my pro spec, top of the range, no expense spared two-wheel drive RC car. Now I've just done the maths on this, and this car, two-wheel drive, brushless, 2S buggy, comes in, if I include radio, transponders, receiver, servo, electrics, you're looking at about £1,500 to £1,600 for what is an amazing piece of kit. However, in this video we are going to be looking at the other end of the spectrum and looking at beginners wanting to get into RC car racing. So the regulars amongst you will know that we love our Tamiya touring cars and the racing that we did at the Iconic Cup. Another competition that is run is the King of Clubs, and they have a rookie class which used to be called the Tamiya Junior E class. Now, in the rookie class now, they have opened up the Tamiya range, so therefore you can run Tamiya. You can also run Carton, but another chassis which I think is definitely worth a look is this one here. So this is the roller, and in here you basically get a rolling chassis. £80. £80 for a rolling chassis. I'm still sort of blown away by what you get for your £80. So this car comes with a tub chassis. It is a shaft driven 4-wheel drive touring car / drift car, 1/10 scale, comes with oil-filled shocks, adjustable turnbuckles for steering and camber. There are even droop screws on this, all for just £80 for a rolling chassis. So the FTX Banzai was one of the first cars we ever featured here on the channel, and after I'd run it a few times at our local club during the COVID years, we were outdoors doing some parking lot racing. I actually set the car up for my son, and that has become his go-to car for RC car racing. He has been racing now for best part of 3 years. He's been enjoying indoor club racing on carpet, but he's also ventured out. He's done a couple of days at West London. He's also taken part in 2 rounds of the King of Clubs in the rookie class, where the FTX Banzai is a car that you can run in that competition. It's a tub chassis, 4-wheel drive, shaft driven, 1/10 scale car, sold actually as a drift car. It has hard plastic wheels, so the first thing you need to do is change those wheels for rubber tyres. If you intend to take it and compete at the Rookie Cup as part of the King of Clubs, then you will need to get the control tyres, and there's a couple of other things that you need to do to adhere to the rules for the competition. So if you ended up changing your radio gear, changing the shell, changing the tyres, changing all these things, basically it's the FTX Banzai, but the platform is a really good base for RC car beginners. So as I said, my son has been running this car for 3 years. What I also like about this car over some of the other cars that are run by beginners is its durability and the availability of spare parts. What I like about FTX brands, you can upgrade them to Ali if you wish. If you want to stick with the plastics, they're super cheap and easy to get hold of. So if you're interested in getting into the hobby but you don't want to spend loads of money, then maybe this is the car for you. So obviously if you stick with the drift tyres with this car, you can run it around the house and learn the basic skills. So ideally if you're taking it racing, you are going to have to get some rubber tyres. We often use the Contact A30s as a good go-to for indoor carpet racing. You can get the Sweep 28s as a good sort of go-to on outdoor, and also sort of the Rush tyres as well for sort of your outdoor tarmac racing. However, you can just stick with the plastic ones and play around with the drift cars. So I have noticed actually since the first version of the Banzai that we got, they have upgraded the radio. This again is a radio we're very familiar with because I believe I've got the same one with the FTX Zorro. Okay, so this car does actually come in red and in green, and this is the green version. I do like the shell. Obviously comes with a spoiler, nice paint job there. Let's take this shell off and have a look and see what we've got underneath the shell. So not only does it come with motor, ESC, transmitter, receiver, it also comes with a battery, which is great. This is a nickel or NIM battery. But this video, I would like to take a closer look at these two cars and the difference between what you get in the box. Now, it's absolutely identical to the chassis you get if you buy the 1/10 Banzai, which is actually a drift car, because if you open it up here, you've got your manual, and it actually says there FTX Banzai, and you've got a list of all the spares that come with this car. So you can get all the carbon fibre. So you can get carbon fibre chassis, carbon fibre shock towers, then you've got all the alley parts as well. So if you wanted to, you could really bling this car up to the max. In this bag as well, I can see that we have our body posts, our wheel hexes, and our pinion. And then if we take a closer look at the car, it simply comes out like this. So we have got our rolling chassis. So if we compare these two chassis next to each other, we can see that they are identical. So all I need to do now is get some electrics into this one, and I can turn it into a race car. This one we could potentially keep as a drift car. So we have actually been invited to a couple of drift clubs in the UK, so maybe it's time we take this car along to one of those drift clubs and have a little bit of a play. Alternatively, again, the electrics and everything are in it, ready to go. We could easily turn this into a racer and get it on the track and racing. So if you already own your radio gear, maybe the roller is the best option for you because you can put your own radio in. You can get slightly faster servos, you can get a slightly more powerful motor, and this rolling chassis could be the ideal way for you to get into the hobby. If you are starting completely from scratch, potentially the FTX Banzai drift car would be the option for you, because then you've got all the electrics that you need to get started, and then all you need to do if you want to go racing is change the tyres. value for money, and what you can actually do with this car is, it's a no-brainer really. This is probably the best value RC car